could put like you could put a skate park right here.
Yeah.
Like this would be perfect. In fact, in a lot of places like New York and Los Angeles, they've got skate parks.
Yeah.
Like you could put like a couple of like banks that have a wall.
Yeah, little ramp.
So I started skating when my parents first bought me a skateboard when I was probably around 6 years old. So I would just ride up and down the sidewalk outside my house and try and figure out how people did ollies. Eventually, me and my neighbor friends, we all decided that we were going to start skating together. Like pretty much every day during the summer, we would get outside early and we'd skate around.
And then I like had to step off, but like that's the best one I've ever gotten.
Really?
Learning tricks is oftentimes just disappointing because you can almost never land anything first try. If you do, that's incredible. But as for me, I've been trying now for so long because I picked skateboarding back up after stopping for so many years. So trying to land a kickflip again is painful because I know exactly how to do it and I know exactly what I need to do. I can't seem to do it. I've got everything down. It's just the landing on the board aspect. So I'm trying my best and it's just frustrating. But along with that, there is the satisfaction of getting closer and closer every time you do it. So it's rewarding as much as it is disappointing.
Okay. You're gonna grind down these rocks?
Eventually the other guys, they just got older and went off and did their own thing. So I just like watched them leave, and I don't know if that like disheartened me somewhere deep down, but I just sort of stopped. And then around my sophomore year of high school, I was talking to my other friend, and we just decided that one day we're gonna go to the skate park. And that's when I got back on my board the second time. It was incredible. We had a good spring of just skating pretty much every weekend. We'd spend hours there. And when we weren't at the skate park, we would be at the park in our neighborhood and we'd just skate on the blacktop on the basketball court. Right before I started at Ball State, I bought myself a deck and some trucks and wheels and all sorts of hardware that go with it. And I built myself a cruiser so I could get around campus. And that sort of just reignited everything that I loved about skateboarding. Putting together my board was so much fun. I got to just skate around campus on my Franken board and it was sweet, and so it just felt great to be back on it.
So is the goal here to get all the way down the hill? Oh!
Personally, I believe that skateboarding is a very self-expressive kind of sport. Almost every single person I've ever met that skateboards, they're really accepting, and as long as you're trying and not just sitting at a skate park, they'll try and help you get better at what you're trying to do if they know how to do it. Part of the hobby of it has always been just the relationships involved, because it's not as fun to skate by yourself. So I don't know how much of a hobby that it is for me as much as it is an excuse to hang out with people that I enjoy being with. So recently when I got my girlfriend into skating, it's been pretty interesting because she's gotten really into it, and she's learning a lot really fast. I don't know, you have to start out being a coach, but eventually you just have to kind of be a sidekick along the way and just kind of show them how you're doing it and let them come to it naturally. But as for our relationship, it just made it more solid, I guess, because we're out skating with each other all the time. When we're at Ball State skating, we're out there pretty much every day. We've spent hours outside her residence hall just skating on the sidewalk. Yeah, we get to spend a lot of time together, but in a different way than we used to. For me, I've taken relatively few hits. You know, I've fallen off a lot, but I mean, I've got very few scars. I fell off my board while just riding it. When I was younger, me and my friends were riding down a hill behind my house, and we had their dog with us. And one of my friends went behind me while I was just riding down, and he had the dog on a leash. And so they would have clotheslined me, but he handed the leash off to me, and I was thinking, okay, whatever. And I fell, and I didn't get back up immediately, and I had some pretty bad road rash right on my forehead. But it's very likely that you will not break a bone if you're just trying flat ground tricks like doing an ollie, a kickflip, pop shove it, or anything further along the line than that, because you're not putting yourself into that much danger yet.
Have you ever at all genuinely considered quitting skating?
I don't think there's been a point in my life when I've ever thought that I just wanted to stop skating, or you know, it's just one of those things. You step off a board and then you just don't get back on. It's just one of those things. But yeah, there's never really been a time when I've just thought, you know what, I've had enough. I'm just gonna stop skating.
So what do you think about this place for skating?
I think it'd be better with a longboard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Wasn't sure what you were doing at first. Like, is he doing a bear crawl?